Hi you guys, welcome to my crafty space. My name is Latoya. Okay, so this video is not going to be showing you guys the 2 Valentine's Day cards that I said I would recreate. I do not have time. I'm so sorry. I have 2 jobs and then this weekend was terrible. And like the last 2 nights I've gotten like 5 hours of sleep. Anyhow, things are crazy. So I have this weekend off. I have all intentions of getting those done because I also want to recreate those for something else. So I promise those will get done. I am sorry. Now, something I did have to do in haste was my coworker, his pipes froze and his basement flooded. So this happened a few days ago, and then my coworkers came to me and asked me to make a card like yesterday for it. I was like, oh, we're all just gonna chip in money. And then somebody was like, hey, can you make a card? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. So I had a night to make a card, and you guys know, pressure, making a card the day before. Who does? What? Like that is not how I jive. And you guys know, like, this is purely like a hobby mainly for me. And if I have extras laying around, great, but that's not usually how I jam. So I had to make a card, and I started it last night and finished it this morning. And I got a bit distracted, you know, living and stuff yesterday, you know, like cooking and doing dishes and all that stuff. So I had to finish it this morning, and this is what I created. And I do like it. And you guys will see in this video what it says on the inside. So I am quite happy with it. It seems, in a way, I'm like, oh, I could do a little more to it, but I always forget my style when I'm creating. I'm like, no, this is fine. And my hair's straight. We'll talk about that later too. All right, so I'm about to show you guys how I created that card. So I have this set here that is from eBay. It's super old, as you guys know, wooden block stamp sets. Oh my goodness. If I can help it, I will get them new so then I can make them into cling stamps because this wood is just too much. All right, so my coworker, unfortunately, his basement flooded because his pipes froze. So I'm making a card, and the rest of the department, we're taking up a donation. So that's really great, and hopefully that will help him out. And then I was like, oh, I think I have the perfect stamp set for this. So the "So Sorry" that was here is going to be fabulous. And then on the inside is going to say this, that bad things happen to good people, because he is a really swell coworker. Like, he really does a ton for our department. We all love him. So this is just going to be quite perfect. All right, now to figure out the card. And yes, I have Valentine's Day stuff and other randomness around because I have not sat at this desk since, yeah, Valentine's Day. So sad. Alrighty, so I went ahead and I ran my Honeybee garden lattice dies through my Gemini. I don't know where my original pieces were that I, play with and pair things too, but couldn't find them, so whatever. All right, and these are super cute. I haven't used these. I was going to use these in another card like during Christmas time, and then never got around to it. So anyways, this is what they look like. Super cute. Now for this card, it's for a male, so I want to, I don't know, when I make cards, I really don't think like, oh, this is going to be super masculine, this is going to be super feminine. I kind of just, do it. But for this, I think I need to figure out, also because it's a sympathy card, what color I want to use. And I kind of want something a bit muted, not overly vibrant. Oh, green would be nice. Ooh, maybe I'll do green. All right, so I decided to go with this Night of Navy out of all of my colors because it's a nice muted color. It's not, it's very beautiful, but it doesn't like just, stand out like some of the other vibrant colors. I think that'll look nice against here. And I think I need a die or something to help this "So Sorry" just pop, because I am going to have this be a little plain but striking. All right, so I, fussed and went through some of these different die cut pieces that I have here, and I was going to use this really old die from Stampin' Up, but I decided on just a regular plain simple circle. I think that'll look nice here, and I'll do some layering here, probably with a simpler oval in the middle, and probably do some ink blending because that is what I do out of habit. All right, let me get busy. And I'm probably going to heat emboss this because you guys know I love heat embossing. All right, so this is looking pretty monochromatic. I grabbed some of my dies, just, oops, different circles, ran them through. And I'm thinking that this will work. So, all right, that's gonna be layered like so. Then we're gonna have this here and then the white on top. And I'm going to blend in here and then heat emboss this on top. For some reason, I'm thinking black would like really tie this all together, but I'm also thinking about gold, but I don't know. I think black would look better, honestly. I think the gold would be like a bit too much. So let me go ahead and get my stuff to ink blend. All right, you guys, so I have my Night of Navy ink and a blending brush. As you guys know, I have the Tailored Expression blending brushes, and I also have like the cheapy Amazon brushes, and Stampin' Up came out with brushes, but I do not have those because, again, I am not all about just getting things just to have them. These all work perfectly fine for me, and they were pretty costly once you add the cost together, especially the Tailored Expression ones. So I do not have a desire to own those. All right, so just gonna get some ink, and if this would hold still, oops, reminded me to get a Post-it note so I don't get ink on my fingers. All right, I'm just gonna blend in really lightly, get like a nice smooth blend all around. So pretty. These little fibers love popping up. Now, ink blending blue is kind of weird because it looks like purple, so you gotta really work it before you actually get like that blue color. But I also still want it to be a little light, so jeepers. This is killing me, you guys. This is my cleaning brush. I have like some fibers here. I don't know if they're fibers or little fuzzies. So I keep blowing, and they will keep persisting, driving me nuts. All right. So that looks good. Just gonna press a little harder to get more of this ink out of this brush, and I'm gonna go in and get a little more color. All right, blend off to the side. I'm just gonna go in and just get this edge here. Fudge, you guys saw that? That was ridiculous. Right, I ended up changing the background here. I didn't like, for some reason, the garden lattice background that I had originally. So then I went through my stash here and I just pulled another, geez, what is this? I guess it's a faceplate cover die. And this is by Lawn Fawn. It's the ring backdrop. And now I'm just figuring out like little sequin details and such that I'm going to use. I also want to make absolutely sure that these pieces here don't move because I like where they are. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down right now. And of course, it's the next morning, if you guys know anything about me. It just, I don't know why it takes so long. It takes so long. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Come on. You know, I should cut that. I just ended up getting distracted, so I pretty much had this card done last night, but then I couldn't, I didn't have time to finish, so finishing it now. There we go. And I really wanted to keep these sequins where I have them right now, because sometimes they like move and shift like just a little, and then the card ends up looking a little off. So I'm like, no, I don't want that. Oh, goodness. Anybody else like just pop up and then like quickly shower and then sit at your crafting area so you can actually make something before you go off to work? That's literally me right now. This is supposed to be flat, but this should be fine. Good grief. All right. Jeepers creepers. Okay, and bump, bump, bump. For some reason, I had a really weird dream that I left the lid off of my glue. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I had that dream last night. Like, who has crafting nightmares? I'm just having all sorts of weird stuff happening. That's what that is. Come on. Come out, please. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this, y'all. I don't know what's going on. It's not blocked. Jeez. I guess my dream was right, huh? Nobody wants to see all this. I'm gonna wipe that off. Glue all over my fingers. All right. So now that that's done, I need to cut. Am I going to cut this panel down? Normally I do. I was going to put that. That's fine. I can figure out where that goes. Normally I cut things down like just a tad. And I'm wondering if I'm going to do that to this, because honestly, I don't know. But it's kind of my style to layer like this. So I'm wondering. Forgot I was recording for a second. Wondering if I should. I'm like the matting queen. Like, I love matting. I think it needs to happen all the time for cards to like pop. Okay, I think I will. All right. So I gave this a chop down. Originally there was too much space on what I was going to use. Grab a base. At least I have one base figured out, which is nice. All right, let's see here. This is so slight. I need to cut the side a little more. All right, I think that's good. All right. It's funny how I made a big deal about, oh, I used this cover plate, blah, 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 and then I changed the whole thing I was using. It's like, okay. Crafting is weird. Crafting is fun. This is okay. Now I need to put on my ribbon. Hands are all ugh. This here. Put this back on. Yeah, I think that's gonna go there. All right. Which means this should be popped up. Yes. A couple things need to happen. I need to have this glued down. And I'm just gonna put some glue on the ends. This stuff is so strong. This scent is incredibly strong. Come on. Just so I can keep that in place while I am working. Look, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. All right. So that looks good. Grab some tape and just throw a few pieces here and there everywhere. I have to be mindful of the holes in this cover plate. Especially since I have a blue background. So I'm just really going to do the corners because I don't need anything fancy. And I'm not trying to spend 20 minutes putting down tape. Trying to be strategic here. Keyword is trying. We all know how that works out for us crafters. All right. Ah, I hate when I cut my nails. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, that's so pretty. I should have put a little piece of tape behind the ribbon. I didn't think about that. Just in case it tries to flop open, you know, with time or something. I don't know. Like, I know this ribbon is pretty legit, but I still have that slight concern. So I just want to have all of my boxes checked. So I'm just gonna lift this up. Things you don't think about until you know. Oh no. I was going to scream if this tape ruined that piece right there. But yeah, little things you don't think about until you're, you know, assembling a card and all that jazz. Oh, get in there. Get in there. Fantastic. All right. Now I just need to pop this on. And it's on ribbon, so I'm just going to use some of this. And you know what? I'm going to also just place some glue dots down to give this a little bit of height, because I don't want all the weight to be on the ribbon. But it's, as you can see, the ribbon gives this a little bit of height, so the glue dot will also give it some height, and it won't be just flat to the card beneath it. All right. The inside, it's going to be filled up by all the coworkers. I think I will ink blend though, just to give it a little bit of a dark look all around, because that'll be pretty quick. But we do need all that space for writing. So, you know, I might not do that on the inside. I might just stamp the good things happen to bad things. Bad things happen to good people on the inside. I'm really glad I already had this figured out, because like my brain right now, I am not capable of creating anything new at the moment. Like, I have a headache. Man. Okay. I need to stamp inside of this. And I need to heat emboss. So, oh goodness. So hopefully I can get this in one stamp. Usually that's not the case. Oh, you know what? There. And just to make sure there's no other problems, to make sure I cover this. Alrighty. All right, let's see how this turned out. That's not bad. so that is my completed card. I'm just going to bend this out once this is fully dried. And I like it. It's different. I've never made a card like this before. So to give a quick recap, I did some matting here, and I used a cover faceplate. The rain, yes, you know, the basement flooded. I don't know. Plus, we joke and stuff about things, so I think that'll be fine. I added a little bit of ribbon here from Stampin' Up. I added some of these sequins, and then I did some ink blending, some heat embossing, did some matting again because that's my jam, and then on the inside I just heat embossed this sentiment. So hopefully he likes the card, and hopefully my coworkers like the card too. And I'm just going to put my signature on the back. Like I said, I really need to get a customized stamp, but I can't think of anything. And these little pieces here, I mean, once this card gets passed around and gets signed, it will not matter. There's going to be something that gets on this card, but I have this little sand eraser and I can just buff out these imperfections. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this card. I will have up those other Valentine's Day cards. As you can see, I had to do something impromptu, and between coming home and cooking and showering and trying to exercise and just detuning from the day, like, and then having this thrown on me, like, hey, can you please do this? It was like, yeah, sure, I can do, you know, I can do this. So I have to put off the other thing. And, you know, I'm not getting paid. If I was getting paid, that would be different. I'm not getting paid, but I will be on to share that with you guys because those two cards are cute and I do want to remake them for other things. All right, so I hope you guys do something crafty that makes your heart happy. I'm about to go to work. Bye.